And we are live! Good evening, everybody! Big warm welcome to a Lyceum evening from the Paul Christian Spiritualist Church on the south coast of England in the UK. As with all our Lyceum evenings, we talk about spiritualism and topics appertaining to spiritualism. Always a very lively debate. Very interesting to share and opinions and thoughts and ideas. And because of this new era with the electronic age, we've often had people from further afield, beyond the UK, beyond Europe, beyond the USA. We've worked with people in Brazil, Australia, and it's just magical that we can come together in this way and, just talk. Now, how often have we seen this wonderful couple on our screen talking to us from Denmark? And they're here! Look! They're really here! It's so exciting!
It's very exciting.
Oh, yeah. It's great, finally.
Oh my God. They turned up last Sunday. I did a double take. I was stood in the church yakking, as I do. And I just turned, and out the corner of my eye, I saw somebody stood in the hall of the church with a hat on. And I just glanced. I went, well, we can take that hat off. And then I realised, I was like, oh my God, they're actually here. Jack, Lola,
Yes.
hello.
Hello.
Honestly, this couple has been an absolute magical week. Already a week has gone.
Yeah.
Wow. Unbelievable. But yeah, absolutely. So big warm welcome to everybody out there saying hello, hello, hello. So hello to you all. Hello, Mark. You're right, sweetie. So tonight we've just got a few things. Hi, Mark. A few things we'd like to talk about, but obviously, as always, your input at home watching creates the evening, and this is a very good time when we can actually debate and learn and all these things that weren't available to us a few years ago. So, Jack and Lola, you returned to teaching today in person.
Oh, it was so nice.
It's just been so lovely.
Yes, very nice.
After nearly 3 years online,
Yeah.
being back in the classroom,
Yeah.
actually have really people sitting there.
Yeah.
It's just been great to be back and being able to interact with the students. And one thing is, like, when we're doing it online, we're on Zoom, we can put them in breakout rooms and things like that, working together. But when we are in the classroom, the physical classroom, that's feeling where you can just, while the students is working, you can follow them all at the same time.
Mm.
You can watch the energies, you can add all these things. And you can't do that online, but you have to jump in and out of all the rooms all the time, and it's disturbing, it's confusing for many, and so on. So this just being there and just right there in front of your eyes, just seeing the progress in each and every one of the students, seeing their oh, this is working.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got it. Makes sense.
And
yeah,
it's just a treasure to be back there after so long time. But it has been so hard to, back in Denmark, so many things, probably same here, but so many things has been cancelled. Things is planning, canceling things, and finally we managed to actually go through with
and it was a wonderful group.
It was a lovely group.
Yes.
Lovely group that really took their challenges
Seriously.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm going to embarrass you now because you embarrassed me yesterday, so it's my turn. I was in and out with getting food and things, so I wasn't sat totally in there. But what really struck me when I came back into the church, I'm not saying you're not animated, but you were animated in a different way. Your whole energy, you could just see you're like, I'm loving this.
I am.
I'm really into this, and I am loving. And that was beautiful to see, and you as well.
No.
Who got roped in at the last minute? Oh, you're helping.
Yes.
Woo!
Oh no! Oh, yes, you
No, you did
were.
really well. Yeah.
Thank
No,
you. Thank you.
but it was absolutely beautiful to see.
Yeah, but it's not embarrassing, Lawrence. It's
Damn.
I do love it, and
Yeah.
it's probably I can't hide how much I love it when I'm there, but it's just I think through all my years working with the mediumship, the teaching is what has been giving me most.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
The satisfaction for me, but not only for me, but be able to share with others some of the tools, some of the techniques, whatever how we want to address it, some of those things, some of those experiences, and the learning process for not only for the students but for my good self as well.
Yeah.
I've learned so much from students, and I do every time I teach. And something new, because every student has a different approach to things.
Yeah, no, that's very true.
It's such a gift to have that opportunity to work with the students that way.
Yeah.
And it's lovely when you can see the moment when they click.
Yeah. We call
Oh,
that.
this works.
Like the light bulb moment.
Yeah. I usually call it the wow moment. But I've had many wow moments myself, and I think hopefully we'll never run out of wow moments. But when we have had that wow moment once, next time we have it, it's not wow anymore. It's just a moment.
Yeah.
Just a tiny
But
wow.
seeing the students experience, the students having those wows, remember that. Whoa.
Yeah.
And that joy, that gives me a joy too. Wow, somebody else have this experience at this very moment.
Yeah.
And just like, I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
What was very pleasing today to see 3 platform mediums come along and push their mediumship.
Yeah.
Because this has been a topic that's sort of like been bubbling around of late, of why are we not seeing platform mediums attending sort of like courses and workshops so much? I'm not saying none of them do, but healers, brilliant. Put on a healing workshop. My goodness, they're in, they come charging in. Evidential mediumship side there is, and I keep thinking, well, what sort of message is this? What is this saying? Do some mediums think, well, I'm a medium now and I don't need to change, which is fine, that's personal choice. But yeah, it was really pleasing when we were going round and what's your experience?
Yeah.
And I'm a platform medium and I'm a platform medium. I was going, yes.
And
Great.
And I think that's great. That's, as we're talking about, mediumship isn't just a weekend workshop or 1 year in circle or anything like that. That's a lifelong learning process.
Oh yeah.
Commitment.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I've always said if I one day should come to that moment where I say, now I can't learn anymore, I'll stop.
Yeah.
Because then I've lost it.
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
Then I've lost the essence of the mediumship. Because that is an ongoing learning progress. It's a lifelong development, not only with the mediumship, but on a personal level as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And we might not realize that how much it does to our personality, our everything, when we go along with that.
Yeah, because it's, things seem to be coming in waves still at this time, and thoughts keep coming in and riding out and coming back in again like waves on the beach. And one of the most recent lines of thinking that has been impressed upon me is: do we run a risk sometimes in our churches and centres that the miracle that a message is, we have this sort of like construct in our mind that we want a brief description of them, we want the relationship, and we want to hear their advice to us or their message to us. And actually, I think myself, my own opinion, that if I had a medium 3 or 4 years ago describe my mother and father, and it was like he's got the photo and he is describing them, it was perfect, it was faultless, and I was just like, wow. But there was no message. And I said, well, why is there no message? He said, no, that is the message. And I thought, oh my God, yeah, I've never thought of it from that aspect.
Yeah, and I think I just wanted to talk about it on the workshop today as well, that sometimes we are so busy as mediums to give that message that we sometimes we can be aware of not doing it, but we often see like mediums giving off great evidence that, I have to give a message, and then they're giving a message, but often the message is like not from spirit. That's the medium ego to give that message.
Yeah.
Instead of leaving to spirit, sometimes, quite often, that just come to bring that evidence for that healing, for that showing we're still here.
Yeah.
And all they want to say is, hi, Lawrence, we are here.
Yeah, that's so true. Because we as platform mediums, we all go through different stages, we all go through different tutors, but I think we share common experiences in our journey. And one of the common experiences is we may approach our evidential mediumship a little bit like a shopping list.
Yeah.
So I want age, I want height, I want a relationship, I want the method. Why do we always ask, how did you die? I want to know, how did you live? But we always seem to do that. Yeah. And then, what's the message?
Yes. Yeah.
And now I think because we have worked in that manner for quite a long time, that has now become a majority of our congregations and attendees' mantra as well, because I did exactly the same. My God, you've just described my mum, my dad, and my dad's dog perfectly.
Yeah.
Why didn't they say anything to me? And actually, they had.
Yeah.
They had said, hello, son, we're here.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I've missed this.
Yeah, and I believe often if you just allow, as I said today at workshop, we always have to be in control with our mediumship.
Yeah.
We have to use our head, our brain to be in control of our mediumship, being aware of how our mediumship is working. But we're not to be in control with spirits.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people mistake this. Because, I should be in control with spirits, so I'll just let everything and it sometimes just becomes a little bit all over the place. Sometimes we need to go into that mechanics, we need to go into that structure to and work things quite mechanical.
Yeah.
Having putting things into structure, I know with Lola, that has been a great challenge.
Oh yes. Oh,
Going
yes.
from early in the day, she's been all over the place. Been told, oh, we need to put a bit structure on this. But the case is, it's like starting in school at first class.
Yeah.
We learn the alphabet. We're putting the letters together at words, putting words together at sentences.
Yeah.
But none of us think of those mechanics today.
Yeah.
We just talk. It has become a natural thing.
Yeah.
In the same way, when we split, no, we don't need a shopping list. But there can be a time in our development that we can have a need of saying, okay, I have to look at certain things in general, making it easier for the recipient to recognize the communicator. Sadly, often the latest memories of our loved ones is their last time.
Yeah.
Their illnesses, their death, and all these things. So I think that's why often that's some of the things that comes, especially from the platform, because we need to find and confirm for the recipients as fast as possible, because we only have short time.
Yeah, true. 5 to 7 minutes.
And that's a big difference from the platform to a private setting. Where we have maybe 30 minutes or more. Then we can easier start. Oh, I have your mom here, and your mom talks about your childhood and all these things. Not that it can't be factual evidence, but because it can't. But especially when we are new in our development, for our mind to understand the mechanics, we can have a need to put it in boxes. When we have it in boxes, then we can start to relax, because then we know I have this. I do have these things in order, so I can relax. I can lean back and let it be natural.
Yeah.
I don't have to work the mechanics the same way anymore. But again, talking about this, now I'm a platform medium. Now I'm out there. I am a medium. But what we often forget is, even I know from good self after decades working as medium, the need of going back to basics from time to time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where I say having the students there is a great reminder.
Yeah.
I forgot that. I remember that. I haven't done that for years. All these things, just coming back to basics and being reminded where I came from.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Well, we had a conversation, and I'm sure he won't mind being quoted here. The lovely Mark Stone in the room tonight, and talking about one of the great mediums who went back to a beginner's circle.
Yeah.
Because he needed to unlearn the rubbish that I've accumulated.
Yeah,
And I just thought, oh my God, that's good. Excellent.
And of course, we cannot all be tutors and things, but we can all, from time to time, go back to basics, go back to where we came from, and remind ourselves that maybe we are not as good as we think we are.
Yeah.
Ask me. Yeah, I'm a brilliant medium.
Always.
Yeah, but also though I do have my faults. I have all my things. I have my bad habits. I have all these things.
Something said often in mediumship, you're only as good as your last message.
Yeah.
Which is very true.
Yeah. And I know when we're talking about students, a thing I often address to students is, it's not about giving the perfect message. We can all give a perfect message. Yeah. What I'm looking for is, when I'm looking at the quality of a medium, it's not the perfect message. It's not the good message, the brilliant message. No, where you can see the quality is when there is struggles, when the recipient is replying in a weird way, where you get the no's, where you know, that's where you can see the quality of the mediumship.
Yeah.
That's where you can see how are the medium working the mediumship.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's a lot. I wouldn't like to put a percentage figure on it, but a lot of platform mediums, you get a no, immediately, oh, I must have got that wrong.
Yeah. And
You
like
know,
we have been working on today, I know some
exactly.
of the students had experience today, but actually had the no turned out to be, I don't know.
Yeah.
And actually working with exploring the evidence.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a yes.
Yeah.
Not because the medium made it fit, because they didn't, but they went back to spirit.
Yeah.
And sorted out together with spirit.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
The communicator
very
is
good.
our best friend working as mediums.
It's our only friend when we're up there.
It's not the recipient.
Don't ever leave me.
It's not the recipient. The recipient don't necessarily have the answers when it goes wrong, but spirit does.
Yeah. Few comments coming in. Lovely Phil Shaw, going back to earlier part of the conversation. Totally agree with working mediums continuing to develop in circles and workshops. We never stop learning. So true, Phil. So true.
Yeah.
Lovely Julie Caswell, Queen of the Wombles. I find the more you learn, the more you need to learn. And that is fantastic. That is really true.
Yes.
You learn something new and you just think, hang on, my whole philosophy of the last 3 years of my life have just gone out of the window.
Yeah.
It's, oh, bugger.
Yeah.
Start again. Oh, damn. Myra, lovely Myra. She's saying she agrees learning is a lifelong process, be it with mediumship or on a soul level, if we just allow that to happen. That's interesting. There's that interesting bringing in that soul as well, because we, from the the public's perspective, we're up there doing a job.
Yeah.
The same as if we were behind a till in Asper or driving a train or whatever. So we then take on that role of an employee doing something that they're either paid or destined to do. But the journey for us as mediums, when we allow ourselves to become one thing I've noticed, and especially amongst the old school mediums in the UK, so we're going back to like 50s, 60s and 70s, there was a hell of a lot of divorces going on. There was a lot of divorces. And it was because, it changes you. And we don't fall out with people. We just sort of like grow away from people.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I think, as I mentioned earlier, when we're developing our mediumship, we are developing our soul.
Mm-hmm.
And that not necessarily change us, but it just give us another perspective of life. And if our partner is not in alignment with that and is not following that, not that our partner just should blind follow us. No, it's not like that, but it is like going on different pathways.
It can be different for a partner to understand.
Yeah.
If the partner is not in tuned or it could be very different. Difficult.
Very true. Phil Shaw there saying Gordon Higginson always used to say that you learn more from getting no as a professional medium than you do from the yes. And that is true, yeah. You get a yes and it's gone. It's like, yep, great. Another one.
Actually, one of the things we've been talking about today.
You're ear-rolling, Mr. Shaw. I didn't leave the camera on, did I?
That is one of the things we've been talking on the workshop I'm working with. That's exploring the yeses often we have like a speed. Oh, I got a yes. I'm going for another yes, another yes, another yes.
Yeah.
But actually, instead of, I'd rather have 3 good yeses than 15 small. It's kind of easy to get a lot of yeses.
Yeah.
But if we stop up with the yes and just try to explore that yes and go in depth with it, it's still the same yes, and yet not, because that yes just grows and grows and grows. And what happens with it, in my experience, is that our connection as medium becomes closer and closer.
Yeah.
And when that happens, we the closer we have spirit, the closer we can bring spirit to our recipient.
Yeah. Very true.
So if we're just jumping on the surface, having all the yeses, that's lovely. It's lovely for us as mediums because it's feeding our egos. Wow, I got a lot of yeses.
Yeah.
But if you look at it and say, but these yeses, yeah, it is yeses. Nobody can take that away from us. But for my good self, when I look at those yeses, sometimes like, I know probably most mediums that are working can recognize this. Looking back on Eastling, saying, "Oh, I could have done more there. I could have done better there."
Yeah.
But why don't we do it then?
Yeah. Few times you come off platform and
Yeah.
you say something which can be to you totally inconsequential.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it? Pineapple.
Yeah. Getting down from platform and finish the evenings. Oh, that link. I got so about that link, but I didn't get it up, and so, and getting this information up. But why don't you work with them while you are with the communicator?
Yeah. And also, as I say, going back to that, I just said pineapple, and they went, yes.
Yeah.
The story behind the pineapple was fascinating.
Yeah.
And I was just thought, I missed that. I just went for the because there is a little bit sometimes up on the platform, a little bit like the rabbit in the headlights. We're sort of like, right.
Yeah.
And Jack, over to you. Impress us. Ta-da!
Yes.
You think, okay.
I got a yes. I got a yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm so good. I'm getting all these yeses.
Yeah.
And as I said, it's good for our ego. We all want our ego to be fed, but sometimes we have to be careful not to feed too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get lazy.
Yeah.
And when you get this no, you have to go back. What did I misunderstood?
Yeah.
And that could sometimes just bring in the spirit closer.
Yeah.
And the bases of our yeses are, in the main, not all of them, but in the main, a generalization. And I know this isn't right for everybody, but it's right for more people than it isn't for other people. I got your mother here. She's drawing very close and she's got a lot of love with you. Yes. When you actually look at that piece of evidence, well, it's not evidence, is it? It's information.
Yeah.
It's not evidence. It's like your mother is here and she's got a wart on the side of her cheek and she's laughing because she used to wear this big bright red lipstick to wind up the old man when they'd had a row, and then you start dealing with evidence.
Yeah.
But when you've got this sort of like broadish outline, so basically what you just said is, I've got a lady here with a lot of love for you.
Yeah.
And I can put about 4 people to that.
That's a lovely information, but it's not evidence.
Yeah. Reverend Ashley, you grow with an O. Oh, I like that. You grow with an O. There is very little teaching around using reflective practice as part of our development. Yeah, lovely. Hold on, her and Ashley and Phil are just having a conversation in the chat room. You two carry on. Don't mind us.
but that's right. As we just talked about, the nose is. If you look at the logic behind it, we have those communications. We have had so and so and so. We have a yes, we have a yes, we have a yes, and suddenly get a no. To me, the logic says, if the first 5 statements, just as an example, are all yeses, why should the next one be a no?
Yeah. Don't look at me for an answer because I've got no idea. I'm just hoping you're going to backfill.
So,
but carry on talking, please,
yes,
Jack.
please.
What I mean, when we're working close with spirit, we have those informations, and often the no's is not a no, it's a maybe or I don't know, and sometimes, as we talked about today as well, the no's is sometimes the biggest yeses you can get.
Yeah.
Because when you might be no or don't know, have to check up on that. Sometimes when you have that confirmed afterwards, I know as a recipient that the medium didn't get that from me because I didn't have a clue about what they were talking about.
Yeah.
But I got back and had confirmed it's right. Just like the problem is that we rarely have that feedback.
Yes.
We rarely have that feedback.
This is true.
But hey, sometimes we do.
Yeah.
And that's a great reminder that I remember a demo did some years ago where I've had this.
My mother's brooch.
What?
My mother's brooch.
Yeah, that's an example. I had years ago. I had Lola's mom or grandmom. I was giving those information. It was all years. And grandma is showing me this brose, and yeah, there's a brose, and it looks like so and so and so. It has like flowers or leaves all around. No, don't do that. Okay, but it must not. And the middle is like what's called
Cameo?
yeah,
Oh.
like abalone or something. No, not really. And when Lola came home, she found she took that brush and looked at it and said, "Make a picture. Here's the brush," and it was exactly how I described it.
Yeah.
But Lola, only remember
the color of the stone.
Yeah, the color of the stone in it, and nothing about the leaves, the flowers around it.
Yeah.
I remember another one I did years ago in a center where I went on a regular basis. Been given those 2 young girls there, and I've brought forward. I can't remember, probably the granddad or dad or what. I can't remember what raising. But I was talking to them about there's these dates here, and I know it's. Very early spring in March time there was a garden party. It's not normal time to have, but I know he's talking about this garden party and putting on dates on it and things. And I put on a birthday later on in the year and said no, definitely no to that. That's okay, sorry for that, but that's just what I got kind of done. That's okay, fine with me. So we went on, finished the message, on to the next one. Then a month later, I came back to the same center. Those 2 young girls sitting in the audience, and as we usually do, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and they put up their hands and said, "Excuse me, can we just say something?" I was like, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Just want to tell you that last time you were here, you were giving us this message from so and so and so. Yeah, couldn't really remember. So you gave this date, a date, and this garden party in the early spring. That's confirmed on the date you gave. The other date is confirmed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that evening, I had to work with a bit of pressure because they've just announced.
Yeah. He's really good. Now, amaze us again.
You all know I'm good now. No, but it is like to me, it was just a wonderful confirmation that, of course, I went for those dates because he was talking about these things. Just, you need to give me the date. You need to give me all the information about it. They said no to it all, but I had confirmed a month later when I came back. Everything on the date and everything was as I said.
Yeah, that is great.
And sadly, it's rare we don't have those feedbacks.
Yeah.
But when we have them, it's good for our mediumship.
Very good.
And it's good for our ego.
Yeah.
But and I think I mentioned the ego again. I think that's because a lot of people says, "Oh, we shouldn't show our ego." To be on the platform, you need to have an ego.
Yes.
If you don't have an ego,
now
you won't be
taught
there.
me this because I used to say I do not have any ego, and you used to say yes, you do, and I'm thinking, listen, you Danish swine, I do not have an ego. But when you explained it, I went, oh yeah, I have. Oh, I got it now.
Maybe a tiny one.
Yeah.
So, and there's nothing wrong with, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with have an ego. Have a strong ego. The ego is not about having it or not. It's how we present it.
Exactly. And do we control it, or does it control us?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
but that
was just a little sidekick, but
that's right. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
With that about not getting the evidence back, we had Julianne Harper here a couple of weeks ago from Plymouth. Stunning medium, absolutely stunning evidential medium. And she was working with somebody, and she was saying about this wedding that you're going to in Essex. And this girl was going, no, I'm not. She said, you are going to a wedding in Essex. It's already booked. This is not fortune telling. You are aware of this wedding. Nope. She said, I'm not going to change it. That's what they've given me. I'll leave it with you. And a few people thought, oh, yeah, all right, you know, that old chestnut. Yeah. In all fairness to the lady receiving it, she went home, phoned her sister up and mentioned, she said, oh, yeah, medium was saying I'm going to a wedding in Essex. She went, you are? She went, no, I'm not. She said, you are, so-and-so. They live in Kent. Yeah, but the wedding is in Essex.
Yeah.
And give her a due, she messaged Julianne to say, oh my God, I did not know that.
No, and it's a no that turned out to be a lovely and great yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So lovely Mary Dixie, how are you, my darling? Some years ago, I had to give a person gherkins. They said yes. I gave more information. Afterwards, they came and said that one word had really been all that they needed. They told me what the connection was. And that is very true, isn't it?
Yeah.
In our mediumship, nothing is insignificant. The tiniest thing, a shoelace, and it's like, thank you. Yeah, that confirmation.
And sometimes, remember years ago, I think I was back at college, doing a demo, and I had this husband to his wife. They are out giving these informations. She accepted everything what was like. Yeah, okay, understand that. Yes, okay. I was like, for God's sake, it's your husband talking to you.
Yeah.
And she was, yeah, okay. And this husband, he was an office worker, a city man, and everything. And just when I have finished off, he's just here to say so and so and so. And I just, and before I just leave him, I have to say to you, since the start, he's standing here by my side, just saying, pick, pick, pick.
Mm.
And she bursted into tears. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It turned out when he got ill, they made an agreement. If he ever came back, that was what he was going to say. But I wouldn't give it up because it didn't make sense. Because he was city man, he was working office, nothing farming, nothing anything.
Yeah.
But it became more and more insistence as closer we got to the ending of the message. I just have to say, and this is the last word from him. I was like, she just burst into tears. I was, wow. And sometimes it is. I think the story is I try to understand. I took control of spirit.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to understand what this is about.
Yeah.
So I left it to the very end. I could have been ending up just not giving it because I didn't understand it. And only thing I should have done is asked him, why are you repeating this? And he probably have told me. But I didn't, because that single word doesn't make sense in all the other things I'm getting from you.
You hear this fairly often from our platforms. You see the media going, a bit of a quizzical look. They go, well, this is going to sound a bit strange. And I always think, well, you stood there talking to dead people, love. So, do you know what? We've already established the strange. So why, why expand on that? Joanna Lewis here. There has been occasions when I've been to a spiritual church when the medium has given everyone a message in the congregation. Not much evidence, but a clear message. I was told something regarding a bump was going to happen. He was spot on. This happened 3 weeks after the message. He was a great medium and always loved when he was doing the services. I suppose everyone wants different things from their messages. That is, you know what? That everyone wants different things from their messages is really the phrase that resonates from that. How true. My perception of that is when we're working on the platform or one-to-ones, people can come in with as many wants as they want. I'll only give them what they need because I'm working for spirit.
And I can turn a little bit around. One thing is what we want to hear about us. Another thing is what is spirit actually coming to tell us. And we often have a congregation where we just need some small lovely messages about how lovely we are, or there's a new job, a new husband, or whatever it is. And that's lovely. But for me, that belongs more to the psychic. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's just different. When we're talking about the mediumship, to me, it's about giving evidence about giving evidence for the continuous life.
One way or another. They never left us.
And to me, it's we still here. They never left us. And if we turn around, I know Lola have a nice way to say it. When I get to the other side, don't control what I'm trying to say to my loved ones.
No. I've learned that in the last 5 days.
Lola say that.
Seriously, don't try
it. No. But so definitely, yes, we can go around, we can give a lovely message to each and everyone, and nothing wrong with that. We all have different ways. For me, it's not about how many messages I can give, but I believe that if I work close with spirit, those that is sometimes we can see them the same person can maybe have 2 or 3 messages.
Yeah.
Because
Seen
they
that.
need it.
Yeah.
One is not enough because they need that extra confirmation that this is actually happening.
Yeah.
Sometimes we forget people that have lost. It can be recently, it can be years ago, but they are in a grief. They're missing their loved ones.
Yeah.
And remember that their loved ones actually coming to say hi. I'm here. They're coming to take care, to heal.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm aware. I'm
and
intelligent.
To me,
Yes.
when my loved ones comes through, I've tried that. Means and then I say, "Oh, Jack, I don't have your daughter here. I see her in a lovely white dress." And she says, "When you're ready, she's ready to communicate." I'm like,
What?
"You stupid.
But
What you describe here, that white dress, everybody can see that on Facebook."
All right.
And that's not my daughter saying like that, because she have been through several mediums already.
Yeah, and it also has to resonate
Yeah.
with the person you knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you think? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I believe that it's nice to give all these small messages without much evidence. But for me personally, I need that evidence to have confirmed. I know as a medium, I often can feel. Often I know, oh, my daughter is here.
Yeah.
I can feel the energy even online. I've seen obviously a lot of online services, and so I'm just ready now because I know my daughter's there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Very true.
So I know that, but from my logical brain, my evidential brain, I need that medium to bring that evidence to confirm to me that it is my daughter. Without that evidence, without that confirmation, the message to me becomes a little bit blurry.
I fully get that. When my parents went very close together, and being associated with the church, and no disrespect to the mediums, I think it's out of compassion. I want to help and try and take the grief or ease the grief. But I can say this now, it was every bloody service. Lawrence, your mum and dad are here, and they're watching over you, and they're all right, and and it was every service for a couple of months.
Yeah.
And then one medium gave very succinct evidence about my father and what happened to his war medals, and he's saluting because I went, no, they've got to. I took the route for them, and he's holding up his 4 medals, and he's saluting. And this medium didn't know who was working through him until the end of the message, and he went, "Oh my God, it's Joe. Oh, you must be Lawrence then." And I thought, how beautiful is that? Because there was no way that was come from with good intent, but badly delivered.
I believe that. Again, we all have our own ways to work with spirit, and as we have talked about before, no judgments of any way. It's just an acceptance that we are all different.
Yeah,
as human beings, we are all different as mediums. But no matter, I just have this: no matter what you're doing, just be good at it.
Exactly. Yeah. Very much. You
be as good as you can. Develop your ability as much as possible, and continue. Don't lean back. Oh, I'm good now. I can do everything now. So
Mm-hmm.
Going back to why does we see so few working mediums coming to workshops? I know a part of the reason can be to find qualified teachers.
Yes.
That can teach on that level.
Yeah.
That I know that can be a challenge.
Yeah.
But I also believe that I know a part of my own development, the later years and quite a few years is working together with other mediums and just having those debates, delving together and say, oh, what about tonight? Lola's your mediumship. It was good tonight, but you know what you did then, that was rubbish, you know. And having those, so having that openness and take in from connects that way, work together. Can be sharing a platform. It can be like we have been talking about, maybe make a working medium circle.
Yeah.
Where we share teaching, where we share our mediumship, our goods and bads, do's and no do's, and all these things.
Yeah.
There is different ways to continue that development. But if you just going, I believe if you just go into this, okay, I'm just doing it now and just do one demo after. Every demo is a new learning as well. But if we don't really have any feedback on any of it, we will get into those bad habits, myself included. We easily go into this where it just becomes more or less a routine.
Yeah, it's like reading.
Yeah. If the old saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
So I get up on the platform, I manage half an hour of communication. I don't have tomatoes or tomatoes or
tomato
thrown at me. So happy days. You know, I get that. But you touch on something again there, Jack, talking about, you know, mediums, talking to other mediums, and it's really interesting. As you know, yesterday we had a wonderful day. People came together, people from different churches, mediums, and there were quite a few of them were surprised that actually they could socialize with other mediums. Because there was somebody there who a few weeks before I had said the idea about a medium's circle. And the response was, and it's not a malicious thing, but it's just interesting to hear this thinking process of, well, you can't do that. You said, because, you know, if all they're going to be doing is picking each other apart. And I thought, oh my God, are we that fragile?
Yeah.
You know, I love it. If somebody, I would always welcome feedback from, and you know, I'm not going to sound like a snobby, but feedback from people who know what they're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
And I respect that. You know, if you came up to me and said, Lawrence, what the? I would take that from you. Yeah. And we talk about blah blah blah. What do we talk about? We talk about the old school mediums again, and talking about these old school mediums and the standard of mediumship that we used to see. And people out there going, oh, here we go, back in the past. But it's true. The standard of mediumship was sublime. There was all these little tiny churches everywhere. Something, you know, they'll have a meeting in somebody's lounge every week or whatever. And, you know, you used to get spectacular evidence come through. One of the commonalities was the old school mediums used to sit together. There was a great bond between them. There was a great kinship. It was like joining a club in different areas.
I find these days it's, I don't know, then I'm probably here as well, that instead of actually see each other as friends, as colleagues, easily getting into this competition. Oh, don't take my students, don't take my audience, don't and all the things.
Yeah.
But I'm a great believer that if we just focus on our own mediumship, there will be the congregations, there will be the students, there will be whatever is right for us.
Yeah, because
and I do believe I said and with the gatherings, but yeah, of course, we have something to gather around.
Yeah,
we have the mediumship, we have spiritualism, we have the same belief system.
Yes,
let's gather around that.
Regardless,
we have our differences. We might have different views. We don't have to agree with everything with each other.
Yeah.
But our basically, we are coming from the same place.
We see it within our own movement, different affiliations to different organizations.
Yeah.
And sometimes that can be thrown up, but they're so-and-so. And you just think, do you know what? We've all got the word spiritualist.
Yeah.
No matter what affiliation it is, they've got the same bloody word in it. So why don't we actually focus on that?
Yeah.
And also, we can actually disagree, but still remain friends.
Yeah.
And that seems to be a concept to some people to struggle with.
Yeah.
I don't particularly like that way. Well, why not?
Yeah.
Well, I don't particularly like that way. Well, if you're going to be like that, then, that's it. Go away, get out of my, and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
We have a question from the lovely Reverend Ashley. Jack, what style of mediumship is popular in Denmark? Is there a unique flavour as to how people work?
Yeah. The thing is, in Denmark, compared to England, mediumship is fairly new. Back in the days, we had the spiritualism was a big thing in Denmark.
Yeah.
But it's like there was spiritualist churches and things. But sadly, there was a lot of fraud at that time as well. Mm-hmm. Because they all want to prove, they all want to be better than us, and they run into this competition.
Yeah.
About who is best, and don't go to Lawrence because he is cheating, and Lawrence saying, don't go to Jack because Jack is cheating, and everybody was going to prove that they were the best. So there came a lot of fraud within it. And was investigated as well from journalists and professors and all kind of things, and even filmed and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fall apart. So for the later, probably 30, 40 years, the psychic has been dominant in Denmark.
Yeah.
And nothing wrong with psychic. It's just not mediumship.
Correct.
And even today, more or less all schools, spiritual schools in Denmark are psychic schools. Yeah. You can't really find a mediumship school.
Yeah.
Then the psychic schools have as a side order mediumship.
Yeah.
And there is a common understanding in Denmark that you have to be a psychic before you can be a medium. I remember years ago somebody said that to me. My response had to be, I'm sorry, nobody told me. I did it different. And that's but still these days it's psychic schools that is having a little bit of mediumship on the side. So a lot of Danish people that want to develop the mediumship going to UK to the college as a main thing. So can't say there's a certain style of mediumship in Denmark, but there's a lot of confusion about mediumship and psychic.
Yeah.
And the difference between them. And it's been one of the things I've been trying to addressing over the last 15 or 20 years or more. Say, well, it is different. Not that one is better than the other, but it's different.
Yeah. It's the same in the UK.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I know. I've seen it.
When we say to people, do you know the difference between psychic and mediumship? It's sort of like, no, not really. No. And like you say, doesn't matter what you're going to. I always say, if you're going to be a psychic, be the best psychic.
Yeah.
If you're going to be a medium, be the best medium, but be honest about what you do.
Yeah, and be honest. Like what we have been talking about today at workshop, sometimes we see mediums giving off this wonderful, wonderful evidence from spirit.
Mm.
But because they're not quite aware of when they are working with spirit and when they're on the psychic.
Yeah.
Coming to, I have to give this beautiful message. So that they sometimes, without knowing it, going into a psychic link. And the message is not coming from the communicator. It's coming from the medium or from what they read on a psychic link.
Yeah.
And they're not aware of it.
Yeah.
We see that in Denmark. I believe we see it here in UK as well. And again, I know there's many that don't understand that a good psychic can go into your energy, read all your memories of your loved ones, and give that off as kind of, this is your so and so.
Yeah.
But they're not actually not having that loved one there. They're just reading your memories.
Yeah.
And going back to the nose, that's it. When I have those things where I have to say no, but I have to confirm afterwards, then I know that didn't pick up from me.
Yeah.
Usually when we are sensitive, we can usually feel when somebody's tapping into our energy to read us, if we are aware of it. But it is like the understanding of the mechanics.
Mm.
I see the understanding of the mechanics and the misunderstanding. Of course, psyche is a kind of spirit reading as well, because we are all spirits.
Yeah.
It's not from the spirit world.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can also see when my father came. My father was an alcoholic, and he lives the. But and when people come in and they say, the media comes and say, "Oh, I got your father. He was an alcoholic, and yada yada. He lives like this and this and this," and now the message, "Oh, he tells you. I can hear he talking about the aura, your aura, and your chakras." My father would never do that. Never in a million years. No. So then it devaluates everything for me anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, it's not from my father. My father would just say, "Cheers, Lola. Have a good one."
Brilliant. Thank you. It's here, everyone. Look. It's not in a box. There we go. It's not in a little box. We're
still in the box for everybody else.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. That's it. Look at. If you want to meet Jack, he is here tomorrow, taking our divine service in the morning at 11 a.m. And we're sharing you with the lovely Bath Road. So you are taking their service in the evening at 6:15. How wonderful.
Look forward to it.
Yes. And with the lovely Lola, but we haven't told her yet that she's part of the service tomorrow. So, surprise!
Ta-ta!
Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. Thank you for your interaction, because that's really important. Thank you, Marky. It's a wonderful thing that we can talk now. And we can talk not only with people here on our Chesterfield chats, but also abroad, and just share ideas and commonalities, because I've learned so much with talking with wonderful people, and you. across the world. I'm not getting fed tonight now.
Yeah.
And it's all about growth, and it's a good thing. Very quickly, I do want to go back to lovely Roy. Where are you, Mr. Brooks? There we are. I do want to, because that was just niggling at the back of my head here. And Roy's asking, is there a risk of mediums not wishing to progress themselves, of falling behind in their connections with the spirit world? I know what I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Okay. My gut feeling is, and please, I'm not offensive. You'll know when I'm being offensive. Trust me.
Yes.
If you are happy with your mediocrity, then that's where you're going to be.
Yeah.
But if you go out there and go, yeah, I miss that. I miss something there. I want more. I'm not feeling fulfilled when I come off the platform.
Yeah.
So if I'm not feeling fulfilled, I know that I'm not reaching my potential.
Yeah.
So what the bloody hell is it I need to do to really get to the bottom?
And I think sometimes it's really good to look at our own mediumship.
Mm. Yeah.
What we have to be careful with is not to punish ourselves.
Yes. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. We were terrible.
Oh, Jack, you didn't get that right. Bang. Oh, you didn't get that right. Bang.
Yeah.
And before the day is over, I've just laying out on the floor and just, my mediumship is not working. I can't do anything.
Yeah. And we do it as well as media. I hear mediums doing this, and I just think I want to stop it.
Thing, and we can
This is probably wrong, but it's just
Yes.
don't do that to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope you. Thank you, Roy, for that. I caught the out of the corner of my eye, and I thought, yeah, actually, that's something to talk about. So you've had both the answers. They say falling behind is very difficult, isn't it? Because it's an intangible thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So to describe it as falling behind in their connections with the spirit world, I don't think they'll fall behind. They will just stay at a standard.
Yeah.
So it's not like a degrading of their communication, but it's just going to be, you know, if I gave you faggots, peas and chips Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night every week, you know, by week 3, you'll probably be ready to throttle me.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that actually. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I like that allegory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vary the menu.
You have already ordered.
I have, yeah, so it's too late. There's a man on a moped heading towards us. Ring, 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 ring. Anyway, everybody, thank you for joining us. Thank you. We look forward. We will be live again online next Saturday. I haven't got the diary up, so I've got no idea who it is, but I know it's somebody wonderful. Don't forget, you can watch our services. Jack will be working here tomorrow, which will be streamed live. Did I tell you that? Oh, never mind. Which will be streamed live online for you to view only at home, wherever you are. And that'll be on our church Facebook page. Have a wonderful rest of the evening, everybody. I don't know what's going on with the weather, but my head is murder at the moment. I feel like we're going to have the biggest thunderstorm ever. So we might have to have a beer. Yeah.
Oh, we have to live with that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's a bummer, but you know, somebody's got to do it. Anyway.
So
hello, Ron, you're too late. Ron, you should have tuned in an hour ago.
He's on American time.
Yeah.
Florida, it's out of tune.
Well, no, Ron's wrestling. They got hurricane heading towards them.
Oh, and you're talking about a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mentioned thunderstorm, and Ron Cox comes in the room.
Yeah.
He's had to pump out a swimming pool, I think, because he jumped in. Anyway,
He's flooded.
yes, he's flooded from the hurricane. Sorry to hear that, Ron. There's not a lot we can do about it, is there, really? No. So there you go.
What we can do, we can send you a lot of thoughts.
Yes, we can send out our love to you, Ron. Lovely, lovely Ron. You notice we don't do that when you were sat there in 78 degrees and we were sat over here in about 6 degrees. You know, you don't want your sympathy then, do you? Anyway, everybody, have a wonderful night.
Yes.
Look after yourselves. Thank you very much for joining us. And we look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Ooh, where will you go?